It's the 5th of June, Switch 2 day, and it's early in the morning, because we need to go and collect the Nintendo Switch 2 this morning. And to do that, I'm going to need the receipt, which I put right here in this Ori Collector's Edition. Nice and safe. Let's go. And one trip to Curry's later, I've secured a Switch 2 and Pro Controller. Let's go and set it up. It's here. So for Collector's Edition today, we've of course got the Nintendo Switch 2 and also got a Pro Controller. So we'll start with the main attraction, shall we? How on earth do you open it? Oh. Huh, classic box within a box. I guess I could say I have two Switch 2s. Alright, so here we are, the console. Flip this out, flip this up, and we get instructions. Just like the original Switch. Open. Okay. Nice. That is a bit bigger than the Switch OLED. Hang on, let me get the Switch OLED. Right, we're going to need this for comparison. We'll keep it there. Let's take a look at these Joy-Cons. So all the Joy-Cons are just black with hints of colour this time. Everyone's Switch 2s are going to look the same to start with until we get any new colours, but... oh, hey, people weren't lying. That stick really is smooth. New magnetic release. Oh, look at that. Joy-Con number 2. Lovely. Got the same release mechanism. And here we have the console itself. Switch 2. Now, if I could get this thing out the bag, it would be very nice. There we go. And it's upside down. Lovely. There we are. Nintendo Switch 2. That logo still looks very weird. I mean, I haven't got the Joy-Cons on yet, but you can see it's bigger than the OLED. See what we've still got in here. Ooh, that lifts up. Hey, would you look at that code I'm going to have to block out. But that is a download code for Mario Kart World. So what do we have here? Ultra certified cable, HDMI ultra high speed. Okay. High speed HDMI cable. I wonder if it's 2.1. Switch 2 shouldn't be doing 4K 120, so it should only be a 2.0 cable, so you should be alright with most HDMI cables these days to do 4K. Let's see, we've got wrist straps, or whatever else they're supposed to be. I think they're supposed to use these with mouse mode. I'm not sure. Let's see how these go on. Right, there's clearly something I'm not figuring out here. Got it. You have to click it in at the bottom first and then at the top. I was going to say, we don't need another situation like with the Switch 1 where people got their wrist strap stuck on upside down. Yeah, that's feeling pretty mousy. So to get this off, I assume we just release button and pulls off. And of course we have the same thing for the left Joy-Con. Lift this out. I mean, this box design is very similar, again, to the Switch OLED with console Joy-Cons and then a dock underneath. I mean, even the original Switch model was like that as well, I guess. We have here, this looks like the Joy-Con grip. Yes, this is the Joy-Con grip. I don't know how much I'll be using that, considering I've got a Pro Controller, but let's try it out anyway, shall we? So, Joy-Con in, and we'll pop the other Joy-Con in. It's alright. I don't know if this grip is as comfortable as the Switch 1 grip, to be fair. There's a bit of a gap here where on the original Joy-Con grip it would be sort of rounded, so it was more comfortable. It's more sort of a sharp edge here as you're holding it. Take the Joy-Cons off of this with the release button. Lovely. What else do we have? USB-C to USB-C cable. I'm guessing this is the brick. Very nice. Gap there for your cables, more ventilation. There's actually a fan in here for once this time. I'm assuming this just pops off somehow. Yes, it does. We've got, what's that, USB-C, HDMI, and oh, still got Ethernet. Lovely. Now on to Pro Controller. and then we'll turn the system on and see what we have. That's lovely, that is. So open the flap. Oh, hello. What we got? Legal information. What do we have here? USB-A to USB-C cable. That's actually good. I don't have many of these cables, and you'd be surprised how often I actually need one. Okay, now onto the actual controller. Now we've looked at its beautiful, beautiful charging cable. Let's see, is it any better than Switch 1's Pro Controller? My Switch 1 Pro Controller broke 2 months ago, and I was putting off replacing it for this. Oh, that does feel nice. People weren't lying. Nice. Very nice. We've got, of course, 2 new grip buttons on the back. Other than that, it is very, very similar to the Switch 1 Pro Controller. Of course, I've got a headphone jack, so of course you can use the new game chat with that. Okay, so we're going to need to put the Joy-Cons on this thing, so very nice. Let's see how that goes. Very nice. Let's find the power button then, right there. Nintendo. Setup music for the first time in, well, since the 3DS and Wii U era. I guess so. Anyway, let's set this thing up, shall we? While we wait, let's look at the size difference there. Switch OLED on the bottom, the Switch 2 on the top. Of course, they've both got Joy-Cons on there. There is a bit of a difference. I wonder how it compares to the sort of size of the Steam Deck. I don't have my Steam Deck anymore. I sold it, so I can't compare that one. All right, yes, so of course, system transfer. So that's why I've kept the original Switch here. So might as well begin system transfer. A micro SD express memory card, please insert it. The store ran out of them. All right, I did my transfer. Press the home button. That wasn't that very nice. Nice to have a bit of personality back in Nintendo consoles. I miss the Wii U. Alright, so here we are, the home screen. Looks very similar. Very similar. Guess I should probably get on with Mario Kart World. Let's go to the eShop. Come on then, let's get that QR code. Alright, we're done. Okay, where do we redeem a code on this thing? Redeem code. eShop's looking very nice, very different, very much more responsive. And we are redeeming one Mario Kart World. Yay, hold on. A new virtual game card has been added. Yes, of course, the virtual game card system. I haven't looked too much into this yet. I know it's on the Switch 1 now, though, so press OK. OK, successfully loaded. And there we have Mario Kart World. But with that, we've unboxed the Switch 2. We've got it set up, and Mario Kart World downloading. We've also unboxed the Pro Controller, of course. So that will be it for this episode of Collector's Edition. I will have an episode of a Game Dev Reviews out, reviewing the Switch 2 console and Mario Kart World. Thank you for watching. If for some reason you like this video, leave it a like. If you want to see more Collector's Edition Game Dev Reviews and upcoming inside looks at some of your favourite games, subscribe. I'll see you later.